Everyone, this is Rhonda Rawlings. Welcome back to Fresh Out of the Box with FoodShare. So happy to be here with my friend Chef Bill Twaller of the Truist Culinary Hospitality and Innovation Center at Greenville Tech. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me back. It's great to be in the kitchen together again.
It is a pleasure to have you back. Now, I want to tell you a little bit first about FoodShare and the opportunity to get a box filled with fresh, healthy produce. The box is about a $30 value, and anyone in need can buy that box for $15. If you're on SNAP or EBT, the box is only $5, and it comes out every other week. So you want to be sure to share this information with your family and friends and anyone in need. We want our community to be healthy, and we want to provide that venue for you to do so. So you can order that box by logging on to foodsharegreenville.org. So today we are in the kitchen here at CHI. And do you want to talk a little bit about CHI and maybe the Quick Job program and how that helps the community?
I would love to. So I am the Training and Development Director here at CHI, and we specialize in quick job training, which is job training in less than 90 days. We have two programs right now. One is a basic cooking program, so in 8 days you can get the skills needed to be an entry-level restaurant cook. And then we also have a basic baking and pastry program. So it's 6 weeks, but 12 nights. So 2 nights a week for 6 weeks, and you can be have the skills to be a basic pastry cook. So, and all of that, which is amazing, is funded with workforce scholarship money. So you can come in, talk to myself, talk to our program coordinator, Tori, and you can get signed up for those classes.
I love it. And CHI is producing some amazing, amazing talent. We were just at the Euphoria event, and we had several Village Launch graduates and CHI graduates that were featured at that event. I think Jennifer Spears of the African Violets. We had Stephanie Bolden of Chefany, as well as Stefana Latta of Bake Your Mark. They were all featured at Euphoria. So CHI is turning out some really impressive chefs.
We have a good partnership going.
Awesome, awesome.
A lot of fun.
So today, one of the things we love to do is highlight a local restaurant that is delicious. We want to tell you all about it. And that local restaurant is today Latin Flavors. They're out of Greer. I've tasted their food at several markets. And I cannot wait for you to taste their food as well, and to learn a little bit from them today. So Chef Bill is going to take off, but just for a moment, and I want to invite Audrey and Lucia of Latin Flavors Restaurant to come on with us today. How are you? Thank you and welcome.
Hi, how are you, Rhonda?
I'm doing great. So I think we first met at the Maranatha Farms Greens and Things Market. And you were right beside us, and you made some absolutely heavenly empanadas, but really, really healthy empanadas. And I knew from that day on that I'm like, I have to have her on Fresh Out of the Box.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, first of all, thank you for having us today. We're very happy to be here. And yes, we've been at several markets. I think the empanadas that you tasted were the vegan ones. We make those from scratch. So we have a different variety. We have beef, chicken, cheese. Again, it's a different variety that we offer at the restaurant. But the good thing is that as well as empanadas, we have a larger menu to offer, not just for the dining and curbside and delivery aspect, but also for catering. And I think that's one of the menu items that we're making here today is something that we offer for catering. So yeah, and it's a healthy option.
I love it. So want to encourage everyone to go out and visit Latin Flavors. And your grandmother is here with us today, Miss Lucia.
Yes, she's one of the muses of the restaurant. We started about 3 years ago. We're actually located right off of exit 54 on Pelham Road. We're right off the Parkway. There's a Publix on the left-hand side. There's a Spinks gas station. We're right next to that Spinks gas station. But yeah, she's the heavier influence on why we started. We use a lot of her homemade recipes that she's been making since she was a young girl. And this is going to be one of her home recipes from back in the day. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that.
Awesome. So I'm glad that we'll be able to speak to Miss Lucia today. You're going to translate a little bit for us.
Yeah, I'll be her translator.
Awesome. Can we ask Miss Lucia, when she first realized that she loved to cook? Was that when she was a little girl? Did that happen at a really young age?
Yeah.
So, están preguntándole que desde hace cuánto usted viene cocinando y qué fue lo que la inspiró pues por ese amor y ese...
Hace 40 años que vengo cocinando, por amor a la cocina también y porque tenía una obligación con mis hijos, tenía que salir a trabajar y entonces aprendí de mi madre a cocinar.
So she's been cooking for about 40 years, 40 plus years, and what really started that passion, it was more out of need. Back in the day, she has 6 children that she needed to take care of. So she saw her mom cooking, she learned from her, and then obviously having to raise and, you know, bring up those children really kind of forced her to take the reins and start cooking, and eventually, you know, that passion just started growing. But it was more out of necessity, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't understand anything she said, except for right at the very end, I got madre.
Yeah, madre.
And I really should understand this because I took Spanish in high school, so that's a shame. But so one of the things I also would like to know from Miss Lucia is what is one of her favorite dishes that she cooks from her culture? Like, what does she love to cook?
So, ¿cuál es ese plato que es su favorito o el que más la ha hecho conocida usted?
Las empanadas, empanadas de carne.
So, her beef empanada.
40 años que las fabrico, 40 años que las hago, 40.
So it's been over 40 years since she learned how to make these empanadas. It's one of our biggest sellers at the restaurant is her beef empanadas. She makes them literally from scratch, and they're really, really a delicious dish for everybody to come out to the restaurant and try for sure.
I love that. So if you visit Latin Flavors in Greer, you know you're going to get some good stuff.
Yeah, ya les dije. She's like, make sure that you tell them to come try them.
Most definitely, most definitely. So what will you all be making for us today?
Yeah, so this is something that we mostly use. It's not in our menu. However, we do offer it for, again, our corporate catering, special events, and it's our mango salsa. So my grandma here, Lucia, yeah, she's going to start. Here are some of the ingredients that we use. Fresh cilantro, green onions, red onions, which you're gonna find on your box. Red onions is one of the vegetables that you're gonna find, as well as the mangoes, red tomatoes, avocados, lime juice, salt, and pepper. So the good thing about this dish is that it's fairly simple. It's also not too expensive, which was key for us to kind of show, and very simple to make. So you pretty much, all you have to do is just start up by chopping all of your vegetables. Pretty much all of your ingredients have to be chopped up very finely. Sí. Once you have everything chopped up, it's pretty simple. We're going to start mixing everything into the bowl. So, abuela, si quiere empiece a mezclar todo. And I don't know if you want to...
Yeah.
Sí, ya empieza a mezclar todo en el coso. So we have our fresh avocado here. She's going to start with the red onions. Ahorita el cilantro.
I was getting a little bit worried that I was going to start to tear.
Yeah, no, she's got everything chopped up and ready to go. So these are the green onions. Okay. We're going to continue with the cilantro. Tomatoes. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the both.
So I'm cheating right here. I have my phone up with all of my different benefits of everything. So we're going to start with tomatoes. Tomatoes benefit skin. They support bone health, also improve vision, and improves digestive health. Also says it protects and repairs skin from sun damage. So that's the benefit of tomatoes, just some of the benefits of tomatoes. That looks amazing already.
Yeah, no, so like I said, very simple, chop everything up very finely, mix it all up in a bowl. We took the lime juice out of, I think it was 2 limes. We just squeezed it and had it to the side. We're gonna add a little bit, un poquito, no todo, sí, un poquito nada más. Just a little bit of salt and just a dash of pepper. And this goes well, the way that we've used this in the past for catering orders is, again, for more like appetizer, shareable. You can pair it with pita, baked pita, if you don't want to go with the tortilla chips. Ya un poquitico ya. Anything that you want to kind of like, we also had the tostadas. Again, it's almost like a dip. You can pretty much dip it into anything and add it to anything, and it's very refreshing.
And you're really getting a ton of vegetables all in one.
And the good thing is that you're getting a lot of vegetables, but you really don't feel like you're getting a lot of vegetables. I think is mainly because of that sweetness from the mango that it almost makes it taste. So póngalo aquí, yeah. And it's very refreshing, so it's not too heavy on the stomach either.
And so you also used avocado with that. I'm going to my cheat sheet again. It says avocado is good for dental care, which I didn't realize.
I didn't know that.
It's good for your liver. For anyone out there who may be pregnant, it's good for morning sickness, good for your kidneys. Also said very good for digestion and good for your eyes, among other benefits. So that is so beautiful. And I think this is one of the great things about Fresh Out of the Box, is that it shows you at home how you can make something so simple and easy and refreshing with the items that you have in the box. And I see this would be a really good snack for kids when they come home from school, different things like that, and something that you can eat and know that you're eating nutritiously. Yeah. So, wow.
And then at the restaurant, what we've also started to incorporate is salad. We now offer like a house fresh salad for, again, there's those days where even when you go to just any type of restaurant, you want to keep it more on the lighter side. So we do offer that. Some of our empanadas, what people like to come and do is that they order them or they ask to buy them pre-cooked or frozen so they can go home and either put it in the oven or put it in the air fryer, which takes away that deep frying part. Right. So there's a lot of variety and a lot of different options that we do offer. Again, we do understand that a lot of our menu, you know, it's more for like the cheat days and, you know, when you want to indulge, because we do encourage, you know, that balance, especially if you're trying to take care of yourself throughout the week. You know, the weekends are more a little bit relaxed. Yes. But again, we do offer those options for the people that do come in looking for something a little bit lighter, a little bit healthier.
Awesome. Yeah. I want to get in, just before we go, some benefits of mangoes. It says mangoes can be known to lower blood pressure. It'll keep your heart rate at a regular pulse, and can help stabilize your digestive system. I'm reading a lot about the helping with the digestive system with a lot of these vegetables that we have used. So this is amazing. We're going to taste this right now. If you guys want to grab a spoon.
Para probar. Pruebe la misma salsa usted. And you can, that's yours.
Oh, that one's mine? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to taste it without even a chip because it looks amazing.
Deliciosa.
She says it's delicious.
Really good. Really, really good. So thank you so much for coming on today. This is definitely going to be something that I'm going to make with the items in my box. And I'm chewing, I'm sorry. No, you're good. Also want to let you know that we have gift cards. So please go to our social media pages and just comment your first and last name and put Latin flavors in. So your first and last name, the name of the restaurant, Latin Flavors, and you could be the winner of one of the gift cards that we have. Yeah.
No, thank you for having us. And again, want to invite absolutely everybody to come out to the restaurant. Again, we're located right off of exit 54, Pelham Road, right by the Parkway. Publix, right next to the Spinks gas station. Check us out online, www.latinflavors.com. Oh, and one more thing, we're going to be at Fall for Greenville this year. Oh, amazing. So check us out October the 14th, 15th, and 16th. Check out the Latin Flavors booth. We're going to be there with our famous empanadas and a little bit more. So for sure, come and check us out. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it. Gracias.
All right, we're going to continue on with our show. Thank you so much to Audrey and Lucia from Latin Flavors. Just want to mention that they are a veteran and minority-owned restaurant, and so we want to thank them so much for coming on, and I hope that you please will go. It's in Greer, right off of exit 54. So I know I plan on going sometime next week. Looking forward to it. So right now we have we're back with Chef Bill of CHI. You've got some kale out here. You've got potatoes. A red pepper. What is this?
Acorn squash.
Acorn squash.
So we can start here. This is going to be in the box.
Okay.
What do we do with it? A lot of people will roast it whole, but I kind of like to do it more in like portion size. So I'll cut the top off, cut the bottom off. I'll split it, and then I can easily scoop out the seeds. So we can take the seeds out, shoot them all over the table. Let the kids do this.
So what is the benefit of acorn squash?
So it has that great orange flesh, so there's a lot of carotenoids in it. Again, it is also full of antioxidants to help prevent cancer and things of that sort. Okay. The beta carotene is good for your skin, good for your eyes. You know, we always want to think about as many vitamins or as many vegetables as possible, kind of like eat the rainbow. So we've got yellow, orange, red, purple, white, the green, even though the green is going to be in another dish.
Right. Okay.
So from here, you can also
I was going to ask about those seeds.
save the seeds and roast them just like pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
Because it's a squash seed.
Okay.
So roast it with a little salt and pepper, and it's a tasty treat for the kids. So we'll cut this. I usually cut them in quarters, or you can cut them in thirds, depending on how you want to do it. Get the rest of the seeds out of there. And I will lay them on a cookie sheet or a half sheet pan. Lay them out
Just like
so.
that, so you don't have to cut them very thin or slice them
No,
thin or
I mean, they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. You can do it again, like I said, a little bit thinner, depending on if you're in a hurry. You could also dice them up.
Okay.
So it's really your choice. So from there, we can cut all kinds of different vegetables that we had. So there are onions in the box. So you can take your onion, we'll split it down the middle, take the core out, and we'll do slices.
It's just that pretty purple color.
It's that pretty purple color. So break these up, throw those on your cookie sheet. I love mushrooms. You can use wild mushrooms if you have them, but the white button mushrooms are what come in the box this time. We're going to quarter those. And we're cutting all these in a specific size so that they'll basically all cook at the same speed.
That is important. That is one thing I have learned from you, is that to cut your vegetables about the same size.
So these are dense. So we're cutting these in that shape. These are kind of dense, and everything will kind of work out as we go.
Okay.
We have a bell pepper, one of my favorite things to cut. Kind of do the barrel shape. Cut the end off. Cut the front off. Save those. You can dice it up, put it on a salad. You can dice it up and add it to the salsa we just had. So that could be a component to your salsa.
Okay.
Then you can see the rib. I take the tip of my knife, cut it open so the rib comes apart.
Oh, wow.
And we just go around the pepper and remove the
I have
inside.
never done it that way. That's interesting.
I can do them
It seems
fast and a
much-
lot. So claw motion, let the knife run up against your finger.
Okay.
Throw that on.
So this is really just a pretty little vegetable medley.
I didn't know which Yukon Gold potato was going to come in the box.
Right.
So I brought marble size, little tiny.
Right.
I brought what is like a C, then a B, which stands for baby,
Okay.
then an A, which stands for adult, and then this is almost like a baker.
Okay. So, and that's what all these are labeled? Like, I've never heard anyone.
Yeah, so if you were in the
See.
restaurant business and I was ordering, I wanted all baby size Yukon Golds, I'd
Right.
order a bag of B size Yukon
Okay.
Golds or A adults and things like that. These are the size that you can buy in like the specialty part of all the grocery stores. Walmart has them.
Okay.
It's just a little tiny like Dutch babies.
Okay.
So even with these, we can cut them in half, cut these in quarters. Then when we get to the big ones, which are a little less expensive, cut the end off,
Okay.
and we're just going to do nice cubes.
Now
So
this
that,
has the skin on.
yeah, we washed it
Okay.
before. There's more vitamins and flavor in the skin.
Okay.
Remove that. You want to keep that. And of course, you know, there's a lot of fiber in potatoes and squash. So now the fun part is getting the seasoning. A little bit of olive oil, just kind of drizzle over it. You can toss everything in olive oil too, or canola oil if you want. We just don't want to use butter because it's not as good for us with cholesterol.
Okay. And what
Animal
type of oil
fats,
did you just use? I'm sorry.
olive
Olive
oil,
Okay.
a little bit of salt, just a touch. Then you can use your favorite salt-free seasoning also.
Okay.
So lemon pepper, Cajun seasoning salt,
Right.
something that isn't high in salt.
And I think people will be amazed how just a tiny sprinkle of salt is
Yeah.
all that's needed.
That is all that's needed. And what's cool here, so as these roast, it caramelizes the sugars, which makes them sweeter and taste delicious and tasty, flavorful.
I've noticed that especially with onions.
Right. So I like to put it in like a 400-degree oven.
Okay. We're
So-
going to switch spaces here.
Okay. So we're going to pop this in the oven. And then
And voila.
with the magic of FoodShare, ta-da!
There they are.
So we have this beautiful medley of roasted vegetables, mushrooms, onions. And so most people are like, well, you left the skin on the acorn squash. If you cook it a little bit more, it's crispy, it's crunchy.
Let's taste that.
You can eat it. without a problem.
It's very soft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very tasty,
And sweet.
sweet. Mm-hmm. Tastes a little bit of lemon from the seasonings I put on it.
It's actually really good.
So now, we always do kale. Kale's a salad. Kale, we cook it to death. Kale, we boil it. Here, kale chips. So we're just gonna we washed this beforehand, and we're just gonna strip
Just pulling it away from, what do you call it?
the stem.
Stem.
Yep.
I was going to say the rib.
Yeah, the rib, very good.
Okay.
Rib, stem, all of those things. So we're gonna take this, and you can toss them with an oil again, season them with salt and pepper, put them in the oven until they get dry and crispy. So they come out the nice little kale chip. And this is, I mean, it's a lot less expensive than buying a giant bag of kale chips at the store,
Right.
which are mostly dust.
And so, and so some people say, you know, with kale, you know, I have a kale, I don't know what to do with it. And so this is a really, really simple way of cooking kale and getting all the nutrients. I've read that kale is one of the most nutrient dense vegetables.
And you could throw it into a salad. It's gonna, if you have some romaine or some spinach, it'll give it contrast and texture. A little bit of flavor. It's gonna have a little bit of bitterness where the spinach is sweet.
Right.
So it kind of works together.
Now I've tasted this before and it is delicious, just lightly salted. I'm not gonna taste it now because kale tends to, you know, get all over your teeth like that. And I have to talk, so I'm not gonna taste it, but the kale chips were absolutely wonderful. So all of this was amazing. I'm really excited that we have given people something that they can take home, that they can cook quickly and easily. There's chips, and so I think young people would love, love, love this option as opposed to, you know, some people you give them a bowl of kale, especially young kids, they don't want that. But I think this is a form that they would absolutely love, and it's tasty. The consistency of a really light potato chip, so that's great. We had your vegetable medley. I just named it vegetable medley, with so many different vegetables, a lot included in the box: acorn squash, potatoes, red peppers, onions, mushrooms. So we have that, and want to encourage everyone, don't just get the box and not use those recipes. Get the recipes out of the box, make them, take a picture and send it to us on social media so that we can post your dishes on our Facebook page. So before we leave today, I do want to talk about CHI and just say, please log on to their website so that you can find out more about the CHI programs. You want to give the website really quickly?
It is www.chigreenville.com.
Perfect. And also don't forget to comment your first and last name on our Facebook and Instagram pages for a chance to win gift cards to Latin Flavors Restaurant, as well as we want to invite you all out to our FoodShare Fest that's taking place on October 10th in the Unity Park area at the Prisma Health front porch, which is going to be amazing. We're celebrating our 1 millionth pound of produce that we have distributed. So come on out to that. It'll be a really, really fun time. Log on to millvillagefarms.org for more information, or check out our Facebook pages as well. All right, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you again next month.